50 AM पर. Every Tuesday 4 to 5 p.m. you have an appointment with Dr. Saket Bhatia. जी हाँ, Dr. Bhatia on air आते हैं every Tuesday 4 to 5 p.m. And this is the show where you get answers to many of your questions, many of your life problems. If you're looking for some solutions, do listen to the show very carefully. Dr. Saket Bhatia, who has a PhD in astrology and is a certified numerologist, and he combines the power of astrology and numerology to guide you through your life's challenges. If you have any question or anything you hear on the show and would like to know more about it, do reach out to him directly by calling 408 639 5300. Again, the number where you can reach out to him directly, 408 639 5300, or you can visit his website to get more information about him. The website is saketbhatia.com. His first and last name, saketbhatia.com. And if you have any quick question, you can call on the show during the show on the studio line number as well. The number is 510-770-5050. With that, let's begin. Hello and welcome, Dr. Bhatia. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, Vedika. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to all the listeners. Welcome back. We're excited to have yet another show with you. We're going to continue what we did last week, right?
Absolutely. So we were diving into Vastu.
Actually, हम 3 हफ्ते से वास्तु की बात कर रहे हैं.
जी.
This is our third week discussing Vastu. For those of you who have not seen or heard the show, you can go on YouTube, Facebook. देखिए वहाँ, because we've been talking lots of things for the last 3 weeks, right? I think if I do a basic recap, the title of the show is Unlocking Your Dream Home. Vastu's guide for timing, direction, and prosperity. So, हमने जो show किया था, the first week when we did the show, we spoke in general about what is Vastu, why is it important, इसकी science क्या है, principles क्या है, and how does it align with you? Like, what are some of the basic guidelines for Vastu? Then we went on to talk about energy fields क्या होती हैं वास्तु में. People say ना कि वास्तु is all about positive energy, good vibes, prosperity, energy flow. What does that really mean, and how does it impact you, me, and everybody else? Then we started going a little deeper into Vastu. I spoke about orientation of land. कि जो land है, it should not have cut corners. It should be rectangular in shape, not circular, not oval, not triangular. फिर slope की बात की थी. Remember, this is when you and I had that interesting conversation. कि slope कैसा होना चाहिए? Should it be sloping downwards or upwards? And then, based on your planetary position, what house would be right for you? तो ये कहा था कि अगर आपका sun debilitated है कुंडली में, try getting something which is east facing. So that will counteract your weak sun. On the other hand, if your sun is very strong, then you don't need an east facing house. You could go for something else. This was week 1. Week 2 was all about timing. हमने मुहूर्त की बात की थी. We spoke about when you should buy a house, when you should renovate a house, गृह प्रवेश क्या होता है, and when that should be done. Then we also spoke about planetary alignments for getting activities done in your house. What is not a good time to buy a house, sell a house, move into a house, do construction in your house, roofing, electrical, plumbing, in सबका auspicious or inauspicious time discuss किया था. So first week, Vastu, second week, timing, and this week we're going to talk about what is probably the most important thing for people. What is the right house direction?
Absolutely.
What is
I think
the right house?
These are the most common questions you might be getting. Like, I'm just guessing.
It's a mix of all. Most of the people ask me ki, I'm getting this house, should I go buy it right now? It is northeast facing. और हमारी कुंडली सपोर्ट करती है कि हम ancestral property को develop करके रखें, or should we just let it be there? Should we get into the business of real estate? Should we buy multiple houses, or should we just have one? अगर multiple houses हैं, उन्हें कब बेचना चाहिए? Where should we buy? Should we buy here, Florida, Texas, Seattle? Those are the kind of questions I get. But you're right. The one dying question people have is direction. I think people still don't understand what direction is, why direction is important, and each direction का importance क्या होता है. So there are 8 directions, right? We're going to talk about all those 8 directions: north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, northwest, and southwest. Each direction we will talk, and then we'll figure out which is best for you.
The north facing is like the most buzzed about. So is it good for everybody?
देखिए, again, we are talking about Vastu, which is again architecture science, right?
Hmm.
Our goal is to make you live better. So let's understand that first. We want to have a better life. Now, you are asking question north facing. Is it better for everybody? जब आपकी कुंडली बनाते हैं ना, your zodiac is always east rising. तो जो कुंडली में 10th हाउस होता है वो नॉर्थ होता है. When you say north facing house, it is the planet, it is the house ruled by Mercury. Mercury is intellect, your dimag, communication, rapid growth. North facing home is actually a magnet for those kind of energies. When you're buying a north facing home, first of all, Vedika facing means when you are standing at the door, opening the door and looking out of your house. Which direction are you facing? ये भी एक confusion है.
Okay.
So you should open the door, stand in your house, open the door, look out. If you're facing north, this is the house of Mercury. Intellect, communication, and rapid growth. North facing जो घर होता है, it is very good if you have your own business, if you are in trade, if you are related to finance field or money is important to you. अगर पैसे नहीं आ रहे, north is good. North is also the direction of Kuber, which is the god or deity of wealth. So it enhances the possibility and potential for financial prosperity and career advancement. ये 10th house का lord है ना, so
Hmm.
it is basically a career gain. For those people who are involved in constant communication, negotiation, salespeople, intellectual pursuits, scientists, etc., teachers, writers, consultants, north facing home is actually very good for you. Positive energy अच्छी मिलती है. Astrologically, if you are a Gemini or a Virgo ascendant, अगर ये आपके ascendants हैं, because they are ruled by the planet Mercury, right? Then north facing properties will resonate with you. You will automatically like a north facing house. These will amplify your life path in numerology also and amplify your core innate strengths, which is your internal abilities. इन्हें हम, you know, birth date के हिसाब से कहते हैं, which is your hidden talent. All of these will be amplified. Sometimes you could go into a house and you suddenly like it. No matter why, you don't know why. आप कहोगे ये तो घर ही बहुत अच्छा है. Your friend or partner might say, there's nothing unique about it. You'll say, no, I get positive vibes. Look at your chart, look at the house direction, it will align with you. Like how a magnet attracts or compass rotates, same way you're going to notice that. For north facing, again, if you are Virgo or Gemini, or Mercury planet is important to you, finance, trade, communication, etc., go for a north facing house. That is all I'm going to say.
Okay, I'm sure all the listeners who are tuned in and listening to the astrology show with Dr. Saket Bhatia got, I think, the most talked about questions answer here. So we have a caller waiting. Can we quickly take a call first?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Hi, Sakit Bhatia, sir. How are you?
I am doing fine. How are you?
Good, thank you, sir. I had a question. My name is Shruti, and my date of birth is August 21, 1982, and time of birth is 12:14 p.m. Location is Bangalore.
Okay. Location is Bangalore. And what is your question?
I wanted to know in the next 3 months, general life events and my travel plans.
So your name is Shruti. You're born August 21st, 1982 at 12:14 or 12:41?
12:14 p.m.
12:14 p.m. Yeah,
Ji.
in Bangalore.
One,
हमें देखना. Yeah,
yeah,
and your question is, how is your life going to be the next 3 months?
yeah, next 3 months and travel. I'm planning to travel.
Okay. So for next 3 months, you're actually just started a Jupiter, by the way, you started Jupiter Mercury Dasha. This Kundli,
Okay?
the Lord, this is a Scorpio ascendant, and the Lord is Mars, who's placed in the 12th house. Your nakshatra also happens to be Uttar Falguni nakshatra. और आपके राहु केतु मूल त्रिकोण में है, that means very strong. Now, Jupiter is a very powerful dasha in this kundli. He represents travel, he represents luck, he represents wisdom. He also represents career. Mercury is in the house of career, and Mercury and Jupiter are 11 houses away. So I don't see any problem for the next 3 months for you. Whether it is health, it is finance, it is career. If you're asking me 3 months, there is no issue. These planets are strong. If you want to travel,
Travel is,
go ahead.
yeah,
I have no
travel
issue.
is also.
Go travel. You're running a very powerful dasha. In 3 months, you can travel. There is nothing wrong. It's your time is good for 3 months. So do what you want. Nothing bad will happen. No accidents, no health problems, nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I
Okay.
was just asking about them. Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye.
So now can we talk about the east-facing home? Like why are east-facing home aligned with health and spiritual growth, and who should consider getting a east-facing home?
The east is where the sun rises from, right?
Mm-hmm.
The sun is our source of energy. It's our life force. तो जब ईस्ट फेसिंग घर होता है, it basically instills or gives you energy. It promotes physical well-being. और लाइफ में एक पॉजिटिव आउटलुक आता है. Sun is ruling east. It strengthens leadership qualities. It fosters good health. तो हम कहते हैं if you're a little sick or you have less, lower self-confidence, you want to do better in life, east-facing house would be very good for you. If you're seeking personal growth, you want to expand spiritual endeavors because sun is your soul, then we say go for east-facing house. If you're in academics, you're a healer, spiritual healer, artist, or if you're in creative pursuit where you use your own brain and you want to do something different, east facing house is good for you. Birth chart में अगर आपका sun first या 10th house में हो, या if you're a Leo ascendant, then east facing property will actually help you. It will only make this better. So Leo ascendant या sun first 10th house में हो, या sun बहुत weak हो आपकी कुंडली में, debilitated हो, buying an east facing house would actually be wonderful for you. So
Okay.
remember Vedika,
Ji.
north facing house is primarily for career advancement, money.
Ji.
East facing house is for health, vitality, and spiritual well-being. So you can't just say I want east facing. What is it you're looking for? What is weak in your chart? Correct?
Ji, absolutely. We have another caller waiting.
Okay.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Yeah, thank you. Ji, namaste Bhatia ji.
Namaste. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. How can I help you?
Yeah, जी साकेत जी मेरा date of birth है 16 December 1984.
Okay.
In Nagpur, Maharashtra, at night 2 a.m.
2 a.m. Okay. And
Yeah.
what is your question?
Saket ji, yeah, question is about the job. I have been consistently told that I'm not doing good. I'm the underperformer now. But I know I have never received that feedback from last 7 years. So it's kind of surprising to me. The question is, how will be my career over the next 6 months at current place?
See, you are running आपकी जो कुंडली बनती है, you're a Virgo ascendant in Vedic astrology. Virgo is ruled by planet Mercury. And Mercury in your kundali, unfortunately, is combust. Combust Mercury will always give us problems because sun जो है वो 12वें घर का lord है. Combust Mercury will give problems in two things. One, career. And two, it will give problems with health in the long run. Now, let's look at career. What is the problem with career? Mercury जो आपके 12th house, 10th house का lord है वो debilitated भी है career में. So although you have not done anything wrong, your manager, like you said, might think you're not performing well, or they might, just feel not good with you. At this time, your dasha is Jupiter Saturn. But the next dasha जो आ रही है वो Jupiter Saturn Mercury की है, which starts in July. That dasha goes on from July of this year to January of next year. And that is not a positive dasha for your career, okay? It is a it is not a good time. It is a time where you might lose your job. So you have to be very careful. The positive
Okay.
thing I can tell you is Jupiter, which is the planet of luck, is transiting your career. तो job अगर जाएगी भी तो नहीं मिल जाएगी. But at the same time,
Okay.
there is no positive thing protecting your job right now. And since you how old are you right now? You are 40. You're going to be
I'm
41, right?
40. Yes. Yes.
At 41, ये केतु जो है वो mature हो जाता है. I'm sorry, Rahu. And as he matures, he starts looking at your Mercury, only making that weaker. So you will really have to figure out what you want to do in life, where you want to work. I'm not scaring you. I'm just telling you कि अब mature हो गया है
Yeah.
planet.
Yeah.
Expect this to happen. Expect this to come at no fault of yours. But you're going to have to deal
Okay.
with it. So quick tip,
Any
you may
any
want to look for another job. Yeah.
okay. Any tips, Saket ji, to deal with this? Any upaya
Your
I can do?
उपाय ऐसा नहीं होता है. Upays are really very specific. I think your Mercury is weak. You need a remedy for Mercury. Mercury क्या है? It is your ascendant lord, career का planet है. You must try to, one option you have is like on a Wednesday you could go to a temple and donate something green. Green में क्या होता है? There is,
मूंग दाल
some dal which is green color, moong
Yeah.
dal है, कच्चे केले होते हैं, green flowers होते हैं, you can donate that. You could donate something, twice a year to an orphanage or a children's organization. Powerful remedy we would
Okay.
recommend for someone like you is wear a green emerald, which is the planet of Mercury. Uh, look into these remedies, contact us offline if you need, because this is not
Yeah.
something which is short term for you. ये long term है और ये रहेगा. तो fix करो,
Okay.
आपके लिए better है.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
साकिब जी, पर नया जॉब अच्छा मिल जाएगा क्या?
My opinion, yes, you won't have problem, but same problem will start again. Job अच्छा है, but manager अच्छा नहीं है. दोनों में फर्क है.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I'm still
Did,
recommending call my office. We can always have a discussion,
sure.
figure out what is the weakness. Sometimes you don't need a remedy. Sometimes things can दशा के ऊपर dependent होता है. Things can get better. And sometimes your own hard work can just fix a lot of things. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
Good luck.
Bhatia ji.
Bye.
You can connect with Dr. Bhatia directly by calling 408 639 5300. Again, the direct number is 408 639 5300. Or you can log on to the website for all the contact information. The website is saketbhatia.com. We have another caller waiting. Can we quickly
Sure.
take another call? Hello,
Yep.
you're on air with Dr. Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Namaste, Dr. Bhatia. How are you?
I am wonderful. What about you?
Yeah, I'm good, Dr. Bhatia. So, Dr. Bhatia, this is Tarun. My date of birth is 6 August 1986.
Okay.
9:26, Patna, Bihar.
Patna, Bihar. 1 minute. And time क्या था?
9:26 a.m. 9:26 सुबह के.
Okay. Okay. And your
तो
question?
हाँ सर, मैं करंट जॉब में मेरे को बहुत अनकंफर्टेबल लग रहा है एंड आई एम ट्राइंग हार्ड टू फाइंड अ न्यू जॉब बट कोई सक्सेस नहीं है. तो बेस्ड ऑन माय चार्ट, व्हाट डू यू रिकमेंड? शैल आई स्विच, एंड इफ सो देन व्हाट विल बी द गुड टाइम टू स्विच?
तुम्हारी your कुंडली जो बनती है, again, you're also Virgo ascendant like the previous caller. Your Mercury is not combust, but it sits in the 11th house, house of gains. Okay. हमें ये पता है, house of gains में बैठा है. इस कुंडली में what is the aspect on the 10th house ये देखना पड़ेगा. And give me 1 second. 10th house और 10th house lord देखना पड़ेगा. So aspect on, अगर हम 10th house पे देखें, give me a minute, it takes a bit longer. इस पे aspect है जुपिटर का, मार्स का, सैटर्न का और केतु का. Okay. In that order, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn and Ketu. इस कुंडली में Jupiter is a neutral planet. Mars is a bad planet. Ketu is always a bad planet and Shani is a very good planet. Now with this information, हम अगर देखें, आपका Mercury भी decently strong है. Jupiter transit में आपके करियर के घर पे आ रहा है. So the clear cut indication is go find a job now. The right time to find a job will start July 25th for you. But be warned कि सन केतु दशा स्टार्ट हो रही है आपकी. इट हैज़ नेवर बीन अ गुड दशा फॉर एनीबडी. इट्स अ रियली बैड दशा. ये टफ दशा है, बट इट विल गिव यू अ जॉब. जुलाई 25 से लेके जॉब ढूंढो, यू विल गेट वन. एंड द जॉब विंडो एक्चुअली गोज ऑन फॉर यू till March of next year. Do not stick in your job. It is not advisable for you. The stress is only
Okay.
going to get worse. But you should get another job. There's no reason you won't.
Between from July to next year January, February, you are saying I'll get a job.
I don't think I said July. I said उसके, yeah, July से लेके next year March तक आपकी job की दशा है. And you should use that to your advantage. केतु दशा
Okay.
मुश्किल पड़ेगा आपको जॉब में. Okay?
Current job में.
Current job में मुश्किल पड़ेगा. Try getting a new one. You can get. And again, I always tell people when they come to me, what should I go for, title or money or both? In your case, go for money, not for title. So even if they give you a lower title, take it, but a company which pays you more money because of dasha chal rahi hai money ki. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
And Dr.
Bye.
Bhatia, one thing I was trying to understand कि मेरे पे सन और बुध की दशा चल रही है, which I was thinking it will be very favorable, but since last September, but ऐसा कुछ favorable वाला काम हुआ ही नहीं. Can you tell me why exactly?
देखिए, जब दशा चलती है, you have to understand what. So sun and Mercury दशा चल रही है. You said it right. Mercury तो is your ascendant lord and he's career lord. But Mercury is still going to act like Ketu, which is a bad planet. Sun itself is the lord of 12th house. 12वें घर का lord result कैसे देगा positive? Tell me. He's not supposed to give positive result. This dasha is going to be like this for you till November of 2026. The positive dasha जो आपकी है ना money की, that is starting next year in November.
I see.
Don't miss that dasha. Plan now,
Okay.
get a job which pays you well, and move. Prepare for that dasha, okay?
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Good luck. Bye.
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर कॉल लिसनर्स. अगर आप एक से ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं तो डेफिनेटली आप डायरेक्ट कॉल कीजिए डॉक्टर भाटिया के ऑफिस नंबर पे विच इज़ 408-639-5300. यू कैन मेक एन अपॉइंटमेंट. डू कनेक्ट विद हिम फॉर अ डिटेल्ड कंसल्ट. saketbhatia.com इज़ द वेबसाइट जहाँ आपको सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलेगी. So if you're calling on air, please stick to one question as we have high call volume. We won't be able to address more than one questions. Number to the studio line again is 510-770-1550, where you can call for one quick question. Dr. Bhatia, who is an astrologer, a numerologist, he is live on air with us, and today he is talking about Vastu Guide to buying, timing, and directing your properties. So we did talk about the north facing and the east facing. What about the south facing? Is it like universally bad, or are there any ways to make them compatible with Vastu principles?
South house is always run by Mars, and Mars is energy, drive, but Mars झगड़े का भी घर है. This is the problem with Mars. Action बहुत लेता है. We've normally seen कि जो south facing houses हैं, they cause lots of anger, fighting in couples, and fighting in people in general. South facing businesses also have that problem. झगड़े बहुत होते हैं. So what we tell you is try to channel the energy of south facing house very carefully. Remedies need to be done are very tricky for a south facing house. Okay, everything you do will not suppress Mars. अगर आपकी कुंडली में Mars बहुत strong है, like your Aries or Scorpio ascendant, then a south facing house will actually be bad for you. It is only going to go higher for you. Try avoiding a south facing house in general. Do it only if your Mars is very weak. Or do it if your profession is like law enforcement, military, senior aggressive management, manufacturing. तो अगर कुंडली नहीं सपोर्ट करती तो यू मस्ट मेक श्योर कि आपका प्रोफेशन सपोर्ट करता है. बट इन जनरल ट्राई अवॉइडिंग अ साउथ फेसिंग हाउस. It might not be in your best interest. If you're a dentist doing surgery, south facing house is good. If you're a doctor doing surgery, south facing house is good. But in general, Vedika, stick away from it. Not advisable.
So I have one question. आप जब बता रहे थे कि facing, like which face your house is it north facing, south facing? When you open the door, and what direction do you see? So if there is a structural block in that, but still the direction will be the same, right? Like if there is a garage in front of your front door and the entry is, let's say, perpendicular, 90 degrees. So does it change the direction of the house, or still where the door is opening, the direction will be that?
So if you're opening the door and the first thing you see is the garage and you have to go left to get out,
Mm-hmm.
that is considered a Vastu defect.
Okay.
Because घर के आगे कुछ नहीं है. See,
Okay.
think of it as air. It is
Hmm.
flowing into your house. What we like to see is it needs to enter your house straight and it needs to follow a path. अगर घर के अंदर जाके it disperses everywhere, it is considered bad. Okay.
Okay.
So if you have a mansion and energy flows in, but it doesn't know which direction to go, then it's going to buffer out. It's not going to be useful for that house. So to answer your question, it is not considered good what you're saying. But
Mhm.
yes, the direction should be you open the door and look out. So if you're facing the garage, that is it.
Okay. So
So
even
be
if
it.
it'll still be north or south, wherever the door is opening.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we did cover three directions while leave the west facing. So what makes the west facing homes suitable for stability, wealth accumulation, and who gets benefited with the west facing houses the most?
Yeah, west is almost always overlooked, right? कोई बोलता नहीं I'm buying a west
जी
facing house.
जी
But
right.
west जो है, it captures the energy of the setting sun. जो
Hmm.
setting sun है ना, वो एक stabilizing effect देता है. West is governed by Saturn. Saturn is Shani, the planet of discipline, patience, and long-term security. जो वेस्ट फेसिंग हाउस है वो कंसिस्टेंसी देता है लाइफ में. आपकी लाइफ जैसी चल रही है वैसी चलेगी, अच्छी चलेगी. इट कीप्स वर्किंग दैट वे. इट क्रिएट्स लास्टिंग वेल्थ. इट वेरी गुड फॉर फैमिली रिलेशनशिप्स. एक डिसिप्लिन्ड अप्रोच टुवर्ड्स फाइनेंसेस एंड पर्सनल कनेक्शन आता है. थिंक ऑफ समबडी हु इज लिविंग अ वेरी गुड लाइफ. दे आर नॉट वेरी एम्बिशियस, दे आर नॉट वेरी अग्रेसिव, दे आर जस्ट हैप्पी. हम काम कर रहे हैं, हमारी फैमिली अच्छी है, हमारी सेहत अच्छी है. दैट्स व्हाट इट इज. It's very good if you are run by the planet Saturn. So if you're Capricorn or Aquarius, it is very good. If you have an ability to, make money and save money, then that's a good house for you. This house is generally recommended for artists, writers, and designers who, find that energy of west facing house will support their creative talents. तो इस पूरे स्ट्रक्चर में नॉर्थ एंड ईस्ट फेसिंग हाउसेस आर गुड. साउथ आई वुड अवॉइड. एंड वेस्ट फेसिंग, अगर आपको लाइफ में स्टेबिलिटी चाहिए विथ नॉट टू मेनी अप्स, नॉट टू मेनी डाउन्स, वेस्ट इज गुड फॉर यू.
We have another caller waiting.
Okay.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, this is Satish. My name, the date of birth, August 27th, 1962. Place of birth, New Delhi, and 5:23 a.m.
एंड आपका क्वेश्चन क्या है?
ये कैरियर कैसा रहेगा next 6 months to 1 year?
हाउ वाज योर करियर लास्ट ईयर? लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दैट. पिछले एक साल में क्या हुआ है करियर में?
Last year it was good, but this year तो थोड़ा स्लो ही चल रहा है अभी तक. अभी थोड़ा सा पिकअप कर रहा है.
देखिए, आपकी जो कुंडली बनती है ना, यूर अ लियो असेंडेंट. इसे हम सिम लगन कहते हैं. ओके. और आपकी जो राशि है वो कैंसर है, तो कर्क राशि है. अब दशा आपकी ही चल रही है, विच इज सन दशा. मैंने इसलिए पूछा पिछला साल कैसा था, बिकॉज इस कुंडली में जुपिटर इज अ गुड प्लैनेट. वो ट्रांजिट कर रहा था आपके करियर पे, और दशा चल रही थी सन और मार्स की, विच इज ऑल अबाउट प्रमोशन, मनी एंड हैप्पीनेस एट वर्क. अब वो दशा थोड़ी फ्लिप हो गई है. अब जो दशा है वो सूरज राहु की चल रही है, जुपिटर भी चला गया है. नेक्स्ट सूरज जुपिटर आएगा. आई थिंक इफ यू आर आस्किंग मी next 6 months are going to be good for you in term, but I don't expect promotion, I don't expect demotion, I don't expect job loss. I think it's going to be slow. It is going to be a grind. जैसे चलता है वैसे चल रहा है. Nothing good, nothing bad. Hard to explain. But इसके बाद जो दशा आएगी सन सैटर्न की, which is next year, you must be careful. सूरज शनि दशा इज नॉट कंसिडर्ड गुड. और इस कुंडली में सूरज और शनि एक दूसरे से 6 घर दूर है, विच रिप्रेजेंट्स लिटिगेशन, डेट, लॉस ऑफ जॉब. One of those three things, or fourth, health. One of these four things is going to hit you. I don't know which one it is. Be very careful. Litigation, debt, career, or health. Till then, you are fine.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
To all the listeners tuned in and listening to us on Radio Zindagi, the astrology show with Dr. Saket Bhatia is what you're listening every Tuesday, 4 to 5 p.m. live on Radio Zindagi. And you can get in touch with Dr. Bhatia by calling 408 639 5300, or you can also email him info@saketbhatia.com, and the website is saketbhatia.com. So we did talk about the basic four directions. Now let's talk about the star direction, which is northeast. So what makes it the most desirable in Vastu?
देखिए, north was Mercury,
Mm-hmm.
east was sun. Northeast is actually considered the best direction in Vastu for everybody. It doesn't matter who your ascendant is, what your profession is. ये जो direction है, it deals with money, luck, wisdom, spirituality and growth. जो अगर नॉर्थ ईस्ट फेसिंग है, they receive a lot of positive energy, health, prosperity, peace of mind. This direction is actually operated by Jupiter, not by Mercury, not by Sun, but Jupiter. हमने पहले भी कहा that's the planet of luck, grace, wisdom, fortune. And वो जब आपको देख रहा है, it is excellent for all professions. It doesn't matter what you do. हर एक profession के लिए अच्छा है, especially good for professions in which you are using your brain, creativity, and spiritual pursuits. But it's critical to note कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट एरिया जो प्रॉपर्टी का होता है ना, both inside and outside should always remain clean, clutter free. Let the
Mhm.
positive energy come in. Any obstructions or negativity in northeast can hinder the flow of energy. So if you are telling me, Vedika, you have a house, or you gave me an example of a house, apne door khola and you see the garage, right? And then you have to go perpendicular 90 degrees.
Yeah, right.
One Vastu fix was to always use a mirror there, convex mirror, concave mirror, depending on the actual structure. वहाँ mirror रख सकते हैं हम, which can actually balance out the energy coming into the house. My tip to everybody is अगर north east घर दिखता है, take it. Always good, never bad. Northeast houses will always fetch more money. They will sell a lot faster. And I have yet to see somebody living in a Northeast house who's done badly in their life. They all do well. कुछ ना
Mhm.
कुछ हो जाता है life में, which just works out. Even the bad dasha is not that bad. And the good dasha is extremely good for you.
What about the southeast? As southeast is the zone of fire, so does the home facing southeast present challenges in anybody's life?
South and Southeast तो caution से लेना चाहिए, because the fire है, it causes fights, right? It causes arguments. It
Mhm.
also causes health problems related to indigestion. And fire burns, so fire burns money. Financial instability देता है. But again, vastu remedies कर सकते हैं, which can work for you. On the other hand, if you're working in energy sector, okay, this is a very good place for you. If you're working in a restaurant business or chef or cooking or manufacturing, this is a good house for you. Okay. एक चीज
Mhm.
है, अगर आपका साउथ वेस्ट फेसिंग या साउथ ईस्ट फेसिंग हाउस है, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
you can use some water elements. You can incorporate water in appropriate zones and proper ventilation to overcome this vastu defect in the house. So if you're not
So,
a
what
chef,
are
you're
elements
not
like fountain or fish aquarium,
fountains.
something like that?
No, fish is not considered good in vastu.
Okay.
Uh, aquarium, think of it as a large glass bowl,
Hmm.
with bulging base and uska top thoda chota ho. You can add fresh water and fresh plants in that. And at the
Okay.
base, you can add lots of colored pebbles. How's that?
Hmm.
Change the
Yeah,
water
looks
regularly.
good.
Looks good.
Ji.
You can have white statues of Buddha or Ganesh appropriately structured in the house, which will take away that energy from that negative energy from your house.
Right. So, how about southwest? Like, we know that the
South,
southwest corner is for stability.
right? So southwest जो है south stability का था, actually west. Southwest जो है, they are challenging from Vastu again. The direction is associated with Earth.
Mhm.
Um, so without proper Vastu correction, they lead to financial instability. I have seen many people who have southwest facing house जिनके finances up down बहुत होते हैं. They're not losing money.
Mhm.
One year they'll make millions of dollars. Next year they'll lose millions. Then it'll take them 5 years to make that money. Then again they'll lose it. It does that.
Ji.
I would say unless you're, it's one of those houses which you really should avoid. unless you have a very strong Mars or Rahu, या आप एक ऐसे position में हो of authority where nothing can happen to you. But I still caution you from southwest corner house. Don't do it. It's not good Vastu wise.
Now, the last but not the least, of course, the northwest facing home.
Northwest is actually run by moon. Moon is emotions. Moon is
Mhm.
change. Moon is social connections. ये घर अच्छे हैं for those who are involved a lot with their social networking, friends, travel, public relations. इनके लिए अच्छा है. But the problem is it causes instability and restlessness because that is your mind, right? It is constantly working. तो हम ये कहते हैं कि make sure the northwest area is not very open in the house. So if your northwest house, make sure you don't have two doors. Have one door. The door should open clockwise, not anti-clockwise. The door should be white in color. The door should have some metal thing on the outside. Don't place heavy items on northwest. Try placing them on southwest. So the energy is more towards the back. While it is not highly recommended as north or east facing homes, a northwest facing home can actually be made Vastu compliant, support a very social life and a career that involves a lot of movement. आप बहुत travel कर रहे हो. You like to meet people. You like to network. You like to throw big parties in your house. You want to be popular. You're trying to do politics. That's a good house for you. So, as you see, each direction offers unique energy qualities, and these are specific to different planets. You need to understand ये planet आपको कैसे influence कर रहा है, ये planet आपकी कुंडली में कहाँ बैठा है, उसकी strength क्या है, and what is your own career choice. Based on that, you must then decide what is a good house direction for you. Please don't blindly say कि I want north, I want east, I want northeast. Well, देख लो कि आपकी कुंडली क्या सपोर्ट कर रही है. Granted, northeast is the best. Nobody is saying no. But other zones can also work. If you're in oil energy, you can take, west or south. So look out, find the right person who can guide you in this. No house is good, no house is bad. You make the house it is, right?
True, absolutely true. तो listeners, अगर आपका direction से related कोई question है about your house, or if you have any question regarding astrology, numerology, you can call us right now. Studio lines are open 510-770-1550. That's the studio line number where you can call and connect with Dr. Bhatia right now, or you can always reach out to him directly. His office number is 408-639-5300, and the website where you can get all the information about him, the contact information, everything. It's saketbhatia.com. So we did talk about how Vastu influence us and how the Kundali and the Vastu of the house should be aligned. We did talk about that. But what if it's not the house we are living in? What if it's a rental property? So do we still have to align our Kundali with that? How does it work?
For rental properties, the focus is on creating a space that is desirable, that is warm, and that is positive, right? To the tenant's well being. So just because you have, देखिए, if you are a resident, the same rules apply to you, north, northeast, south. But we are talking more of a landlord point of view. अगर आप landlord हो और आपका जो घर है which you want to rent out is north, south, east facing, then this will actually bring different types of tenants to you. अगर आपको लंबा long term tenant चाहिए, you want prosperity, then try getting north or northeast facing house. I have seen many cases where people have rented out their property, the tenant doesn't want to leave, or the tenants are creating a nuisance when they want to sell the house. So basic Vastu adjustments will make significant difference. You must have ample light in the house. Ventilation is paramount. A property which feels bright and airy with a lot of sunlight coming from north or east is generally considered uplifting. Tenants will appreciate that. Northeast facing is ideal. Landlord can employ simple Vastu remedies or other entrances also, right? Place specific Vastu plants, flowers, positive energy flow. Minimal corrections like choosing wall colors, earthly tones, light blue greens in the living room, subtle reds in the kitchen will actually have a positive effect on your residence. Arranging the furniture so as to avoid clutter will be better for you. Place heavier furniture in southwest corners at all time. It adds stability to space. ये शनि का घर है. These small adjustments will actually help you to respond to anything your tenant is asking. And I've always seen tenants that are always in north, northeast, or east facing homes are generally better because they feel better living there. They tend to agree more with the landlord. And when time comes, the landlord says, I want to sell or I want to show the property, they're more willing to agree and say, yes, हम कर सकते हैं आपके साथ. So
Okay.
we are talking from a landlord point of view. Yeah.
Ji. So, and how does Vastu impact the value and success of additional properties, like investment properties?
देखिए अगर आप इन्वेस्टर हो ना तो
Mhm.
वास्तु कैन बी अ वेरी पावरफुल टूल फॉर फाइनेंशियल ग्रोथ एंड पीस ऑफ माइंड. आई हैव मेनी पीपल हु कम टू मी बिफोर दे बाय अ हाउस. इन फैक्ट दिस इज हाउ इट वर्क्स. मेनी पीपल हु ऑलरेडी कम टू मी, जब उन्हें घर लेना होता है दे पिंग, देखो लाइक ये घर मिल रहा है, व्हाट वुड यू रेकमेंड. सो वी हैव टू फर्स्ट सी कि घर की दशा क्या है. आई मीन वेयर इज दिस हाउस फेसिंग, राइट.
Mhm.
And then we have to align it with the owners, who in this case are the ones who contacted, कि अगर आपने ये घर लिया, will you even have a job, will you be able to pay this house, will the house appreciate in value, and how does this house align with your kundali. These are things we have to see. Other things we have to see is location. We don't want a house which is close to a mandir. We don't want one close to industry. We don't want one which is close to cemetery or hospital also. Yes, I said mandir because Vastu mein we don't want something very close to a temple. Remember that. If it is, then the distance has to be more than 2.5 times the height of the temple. Instead, look for properties, we tell people, which are open towards the north or east. Look for properties जिनके पास कोई lake हो या कोई water body हो in auspicious directions like northeast, because they will enhance the energy of Jupiter and Mercury. Many people come to me, they want to buy this house, they want to rent it out. The next thing you know is घर खरीद लिया लेकिन 3 साल में इतनी प्रॉपर्टी बढ़ गई, they don't want to rent it, they want to sell it. Rental property will also be significantly enhanced with vastu compliant spaces. They will attract people naturally. Harmony रहती है घर में. Landlord के लिए जो है, it becomes a easy business because one person may stay for years and decades. It's like simple tricks like placing mirrors in north or east to reflect energy. Like I was explaining you, Vedika, mirrors.
Ji.
They reflect energy. You can place plants in north to attract wealth energy. They will increase your rental income. They will reduce tenant turnover. A well maintained, Vastu friendly property will be an easy magnet for sustainable wealth over time.
Makes sense. We have a couple of callers waiting. Let's quickly take some calls.
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, doing good. How are you?
I'm fine. What's your name, please?
My name is Jayesh. My date of birth is 19 July 1973, and it is I born in Jamshedpur near Calcutta in India, near Calcutta.
Okay, and time?
11:50 in the night.
Okay, and your question?
Yeah, I wanted to know, like, do you see any job change for me in near term, and also location change for me wherever I am right now?
You said you're born 1150 in July 19th, 1973, right?
Yes, yes.
तो आपकी जो कुंडली देखते हैं, you're an Aries ascendant. Aries is run by the planet Mars. Galika Mandi is sitting in the second house. इस कुंडली में ascendant lord is not well placed, and you are born on what date? You are born on Thursday. The ruling planet of Thursday is Jupiter, जो इस कुंडली में debilitated है, which means very weak. तो जब जब जुपिटर की दशा आएगी, you will have problem. अब दशा चल रही है केतु मून की, और जुपिटर ट्रांजिट कर रहा है on the third house. Ketu and Moon, Ketu इस कुंडली में will act as Mercury, and Moon बैठा है गेंस के घर में 7, 8, 9. They are sitting 9 houses away.
Okay.
You want to know if you're going to switch a job or you should switch a job?
Yeah, I don't want to switch it, but do you think job change is there? And also if there is a location change also.
A job change, I don't see. I don't see a job change. I
Okay.
don't even see a location change right now. Neither is happening for you.
Okay. Do you think any business is starting for me? Any business?
बिजनेस अगर स्टार्ट करना है केतु दशा में नहीं होता. You will have the urge to start, but Ketu is acting like Mercury, which is saying let's start a business. But Ketu moon में नहीं कर सकते हो business. Ketu Mars में कर सकते हो, and that is coming towards the end of the year. I think if you want, you should start a business early part of next year. It is better because between January of 2026 and April of 2028, you should start a business. You really should. But the question is, what kind of business? Should you start in partnership or by yourself? They become very important. Be careful.
Okay.
Right now, I don't see job change. I don't see travel or career or anything else. But job apna start karo next year. You have a kundli which supports that. Advice is slow karo. Do your job,
Oh,
start the business, and then gradually make the switch. Don't just jump into your business because your business is going to take time to grow. Okay.
okay. So do you think? Okay.
Sir,
Okay. No worries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are
Thank
almost at
you.
the end of the show. If you have any more questions, आप directly call कीजिए 408-639-5300 पे. We have one more caller waiting. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Bhatia. Can you lower the radio volume, sir?
Yes, I'm Pranav Bhatt, and I have a question for my home in India. We have
Okay,
a
Mr.
15
Bhatt.
member. Yeah,
We have a 16 member. What?
we have a 15 member apartment complex society, and we are trying to sell it together since last 15 years. But it's not happening right now. Everybody is aggressive. But do you think we'll be able to sell it and we'll get a good money?
What is your date of birth?
My date of birth is January 28, 1970. 28, 1970.
And time?
1:20 p.m.
And place?
Ahmedabad.
अच्छा, ये जो प्रॉपर्टी है, इज दिस इनहेरिटेड और इज दिस समथिंग आपने खरीदी है?
नहीं, इनहेरिटेड है.
इनहेरिटेड प्रॉपर्टी हम हमेशा 8th हाउस से देखेंगे. इस कुंडली में यू आर ए टॉरस असेंडेंट. ओके. और आपका जो असेंडेंट लॉर्ड है वो लक में बहुत स्ट्रांग बैठा है. दशा चल रही है सैटर्न सन की, तो अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता. सैटर्न सन दशा में ये नहीं होता. ओके. यू मस्ट वेट. देयर इज नो पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट. आपका क्वेश्चन क्या है कि अभी होगा कि नहीं होगा?
हाँ, अभी होगा कि नहीं होगा? हाँ.
मुझे नहीं लगता होगा. हार्ड टू डू.
अच्छा.
देयर इज
कोई
नथिंग
उपाय?
पॉजिटिव. उपाय आपको आना पड़ेगा. ऐसा नहीं होता बिकॉज बहुत क्वेश्चंस है आपके लिए. ये जो है पार्टनर्स हैं, ये फैमिली पार्टनर्स है कि बिजनेस पार्टनर्स हैं,
नहीं
बड़े
नहीं,
भाई हैं कि छोटे भाई हैं? नहीं, वी हैव टू आस्क.
इंडिविजुअल मेंबर है. 15 मेंबर की सोसाइटी है और सब इकट्ठा बेचे तो रीडेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट में काफी दाम मिल सकता है, पर हो नहीं पा रहा है. काफी साल से प्रयत्न कर रहे हैं.
देखो, अर्लीस्ट होएगा अक्टूबर 2028 में. ओके. अगर आपको वहां तक वेट करना है तो दैट इज योर चॉइस. उपाय के लिए अगर चाहिए आप, यू हैव टू कम हियर. हमें थोड़ा और समझना पड़ेगा. वी कैन नॉट जस्ट टेल यू लाइक दैट. आई एम सॉरी. ऐसा नहीं होता.
ओके.
सैटर्न जो
हाँ,
प्रॉपर्टी का
मैं-
मालिक है ना, वो डिबिलिटेटेड है. हमारा गोल ये नहीं है शो पे कि आप हमारे पास आओ. हमारा तो गोल, हमने तो कितने लोगों को बोला है, इट इज गुड. बट इन सम केसेस यू विल हैव टू कम इफ यू वांट टू टॉक. वी हैव टू
हाँ,
अंडरस्टैंड
नहीं
एग्जैक्टली कितने टाइम से चल रहा है, आपने कब खरीदा, किसके नाम पे खरीदा, इज योर वाइफ और
नहीं,
फ्रेंड?
मैंने खरीदा नहीं है.
वही.
मेरे पिताजी ने मुझे दिया है.
आई थिंक
मेरे
वी
नाम
हैव टू
पे है.
डिस्कस
जी,
ऑफलाइन
Sir, you
बिकॉज
can
टाइम
connect.
खत्म ना.
जी, यू कैन कनेक्ट विद डॉक्टर भाटिया. आप कॉल कर सकते हैं 408-639-5300 पे. And you'll get the contact information at saketbhatia.com. If you cannot note down the number now, just log on to saketbhatia.com. Thank you. So with that, we are just left with the last 1 minute in the show. Any parting thoughts?
See, Vastu principles apply to more than just primary residence. They can also influence the success of rentals and investment properties. Homeowners should focus on areas like kitchen, entrance, master bedroom, prayer room for their primary home. Landlords, on the other hand, should focus on attracting tenants with minimum Vastu corrections by proper placement of furniture, ample light. Investment properties, on the other hand, should be aligned with Vastu so that they appreciate faster and bring long term prosperity. Vastu is not just this orientation, that orientation. It is really about better living, the ability to attract prosperity, and to increase the quality of your relationships. My suggestion is घर खरीदने से, बेचने से या घर में रहने के टाइम पे go to a Vastu specialist. I'm not saying come to me. Go to anyone you believe in. Go to somebody who's an expert because these can really shape your life. They'll make you feel a lot better about who you are, appreciate the people you stay with, and in general make you more prosperous.
Thank you so much for summarizing it so well. So listeners, अगर आप डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया से कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, email कीजिए info@saketbhatia.com or just refer to his website for all the information. Saketbhatia.com is the website. And again, the number is 408-639-5300. And with that, we are out of our show time for today. Callers who are trying to reach us, we can't take any more calls. Do contact Dr. Bhatia directly. Thank you so much, Dr. Bhatia, for joining us, and we'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Vedika. You be happy and good luck to all the listeners. Bye bye.
You are listening to Radio Zindagi.